Good morning. I'm Shayna from ShadyLaneBlog.com and I am here for coffee date. I have my coffee that I made, well, Chris made this morning at 3 o'clock in the morning. We had to buy a new coffee maker because our old one broke. And so we got this new one, whatever. Turns out it has an automatic 2-hour shut off, which means when Chris wakes up at 3 and makes his coffee, and then I get up at 8, it's cold because it automatically turns off. So I'm not a big fan of this new coffee maker. But alas, microwaved will be okay. So, my first vlog. This feels a little weird just talking to the computer, but that's okay. So, I thought I would do 5 things that maybe you don't know about me yet. I wrote a list here in my notebook. Okay, number 1, I'm Canadian. I was born in Hazelton, British Columbia, which is a tiny little town way too many hours north of here. And I've lived in the United States since I was 9. And my husband and I live in central Washington State, a little town called Ephrata. And so sometimes people say I sound Canadian, and sometimes they say they never would have known. Probably the biggest one is how I say sorry. If I think about it, I say sorry like a Canadian. If I don't think about it, I say sorry or sorry or surrey, but that's the iPhone lady. My friend Taya says that I say sorry like Gilly. And if you got that reference and didn't have to look it up, cheers to you. I'm not a big SNL fan, so I didn't get it at first. But I looked up the YouTube video and yeah, sorry. Okay, number 2. I'm deaf in my left ear. I don't know if I'm pointing to my left on the... Anyway, it doesn't matter. This ear, deaf. Have been deaf since I was born. My mom realized it when I was around 2, and she was sitting on my deaf side and leaned down to whisper to me, and I turned my head all the way around so that I could hear what she was saying. So that's been an interesting challenge. It affects a lot of things, but not in ways that are overt or like that you would be around me and noticeably see that I have a little bit of a disability. But it sparked my interest in learning sign language, and so that's pretty cool. Okay, number 3, ASL3. Awesome. I have a birthmark, like a massive birthmark. Let's see if we can see it on here. It's a little bit light today. It changes with my body temperature. So when I'm really cold, it's like bright purple, but it goes from here down to here. It kind of rests against the side of my body. So not very many people notice it, but when they do, they're like, oh my gosh, did you get burned? And yeah, just a birthmark, but that's okay. I kind of like it. Yeah, I like it. Okay, number 4, I love to sing. Love to sing. I've always loved it. I sang Letting Go at my graduation ceremony. That was pretty cool. And Chris and I love to go to karaoke. Haven't gone in a little while, but we love it. My go-to song is You Were Meant for Me by Jewel. That's my favorite one to sing. And Black Horse and a Cherry Tree by KT Tunstall. Those are my 2 favorite. Okay, item number 5 on my list. I have very vivid, crazy dreams. Like crazy dreams. And my mom and I are very similar at this. I don't know, now I wish I had a good example. Okay, so 2 nights ago, I dreamed that my best friend, Kellyanne, sent me a letter saying that she wanted to have nothing to do with me and that I was not allowed to see her new baby and she didn't want me part of his life at all. And I woke up crying and called Chris because I was just distraught about it. And it still kind of has affected me. Like, it really broke my heart. But it was just a dream. Crazy. Okay. So, those are 5 things that you might not have known about me. And this is the end of my very first vlog. Woohoo! You made it to the end. Congrats, and enjoy your coffee.